Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And I wanted to try another reactor type experiment, or AI experiment if you will. Except I would like one of these chambers. Alright. I am not done experimenting with... What by another structure? What other structure are you talking about? Okay. Let's go to a new part of space. There we go. Oh, I bet the camera was out there. Alright, so I am going to use 10 by 10 by 10s as my experimental unit. So I have a reactor, a stabilizer, except I want the stabilizer to be a 20 by 20 by 20. And then I would like this reactor block to be a reactor block, this FTL block to be a 40 by 40 by 40. I wanted to call it a reactor chamber. But those words didn't actually come into my head properly. There we go. And let's grab a, I don't know, thruster block. Where are my thrusters? Thrusters? And the thrusters are going to be you guessed it, a 60 by 60 by 60. Actually, I don't know if you guessed it or not. Anyway, we're going to stick those on the bottom. All right. You know what? I don't think, wow. All right, I don't think yeah, I do not have nearly enough power to power this thing. It's easier to get going than it is to stop it. Interesting. Alright, so I have a variety of targets for my new friend, and I will be using the NMS red ship that has the beam weapon so I can see better what it's clearly shooting at. So, allow us to hop out to pull in our camera drone. F1, F8 into it, and activate its cloaking mechanisms. I'm not going to save a blueprint of that because I constructed it in all of, 2 minutes. So let's admin mass spawn add red ship 01 is a pirate. The test right now is I want to see if it goes for largest blocks. Oh, yep, it looks like it went for the FTL. Now that it's below, it's shooting the thrusters. My guess is once it comes back up top, it goes for the stabilizers. Ah, that's interesting. And then once it gets into that quadrant, if you will, it will go back to shooting at the FTL. So far, except for a couple stray shots, it's mostly ignored the power blocks. So that leads me to believe, true or not, that it's looking for the largest system unit, or system group. And it looks like it favors reactor flavored blocks. So stabilizers, reactor blocks, and modules. See, currently no blueprints selected to spawn as NPC. I know, because I don't want you spawning pirates on me. So what have we learned from this? We've learned that if you have a disproportionately small reactor, it's going to go for the other stuff first. Okay. That's an interesting conclusion. But there was another test I wanted to do. I figured we just lump a bunch of these together. Admin warp out this way, hop out of your camera ship. No. wanted in that one. F1 F8. There we go. The old camera ship is just floating off in the distance. Huh. Anyway, because I was sitting thinking, I wonder if the old ways still had a little bit of viability. What do you mean the old ways? Well, I mean the old ways, like the old ways, like Power 1. See, in the past we would do lines of reactor, and that was basically how we did reactor to maximize it. Now we need them connected, but we can still do lines of reactor. I'm wondering how the AI is going to react to lines of reactor instead of, or decentralized reactor, probably a better way to say that. To decentralized reactors. So if I have like this reactor farm, if you will, and I have a big old hunk of stabilizer, we don't have to go that way. We can even come up and down, just like we did in the old days. Trying to get these, except I'm not trying to make the largest dimension because I've already failed at that. Because I need to jet out sideways. There we go. In fact, we can do like that. And there we go. That would actually be a halfway decent reactor block in the old power system. But how much power is that? That is 772. I want to get rid of these. Oh, there we go. That is 100%. All right. So, out of pure curiosity, will my AI target this larger grouping that's all contiguous? Contiguous, is that the right word? Continuous? All lumped together? Or will it go for this more decentralized shape? That is the question. All right. So let's see what happens. Because it looks like it goes for bigger shapes, or bigger in number, but I didn't try decentralizing them. So you admin mass spawn, add a red 01, make it a pirate, yar, and drop it in. And it immediately goes for the reactor. Then, now it looks like it's focused. Well, they're roughly the same size, so it doesn't look like it favors centralization or decentralization. Because, yeah, now it's definitely going for the reactor. It just looks like it's going for whatever's closest. Okay. So, from my very quick guesses, it looks like that the AI favors targeting reactor blocks. It favors system blocks over armor, and it favors reactor blocks among the system blocks. Then it goes for the largest system block it can find closest to it, best I can tell. It doesn't look whether it's centralized or decentralized, it's just the largest. So, I was thinking if you do something like this and run it through the ship, if that would cause it to focus on other things, but no. If you run it through the ship, then it'll target it anywhere in the ship. Hold on, actually that might be beneficial. Because if you spread it out enough, it'll be aiming at individual blocks instead of huge chunks. And with the way power works, if you get all these disconnects here, your system doesn't actually recognize the reactor's been chunked up until a few minutes after it takes damage last. I believe that was set up in Power 2, because every time a block was taken out, it was recalculating, and that caused everything to bog down unbelievably. So now it just recalculates after, is it 4? I'm going to say 5 minutes after it takes its last bit of damage, but that seems like a long time. Anyway, the point is that, I don't know what the point is. There was a point. Oh, the point is, this ship still thinks it has all its reactor connected and stabilized until after the battle. More or less. Actually, let's test that out. Oh. F1, F8. It knows it's damaged. Oh, but does it know how badly it's damaged? Let's see. Stats. Recharge. Oh, no. It is calculating. Now, see, notice it's calculating 17,200. This active reactor here, there's no way on Earth or in all of StarMade this could be generating 17,000 or even 16,000. So it's still counting down the region that's being destroyed and stabilization that's being destroyed, but it isn't saying, uh-oh, this has been fractured. It's still counting the groups as one, best I can tell. Because that's what, yeah, there we go. This is one, because 2 blocks, I can guarantee 2 blocks are not generating 8,200 energy per second. In fact, with that stabilization, that should be much lower. So taking damage, getting the lines cut like this isn't going to be, well, it's going to be bad because you're losing reactor, but it's not going to be, oh no, I've lost. If I got a cut here and I had 500 units that way and 500 units that way that are now divided, I don't have 2 500 unit reactors. I still have the same reactor, just that it's going to wait until after battle to really calculate these as different reactors. I hope I'm explaining that well. No, okay. Yeah, you have to reboot it. So if we come out this way and we admin warp out here where there's nobody hurting us and we do a system reboot, now you'll notice power 300 reactor blocks, usage is 0, recharge is 200. See, when I rebooted, it now says, oh, all of those are reactors. See, there's a reactor 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 15, 12, 86, 8, 12. All these are different reactors that have been chunked up into. But it doesn't count those until the reboot happens, or which is, I forget, a few minutes after it last takes damage. And when it takes damage again, then it will reset the clock. Oh, what? If you had that problem, you could. Oh, this is horrible and cheaty. You could just have somebody in your crew just shoot the ship. Actually, I don't know if that does enough. It's damage. I'm gonna have to look more into that mechanic, because that'd be horrible and cheaty as well. You just hop out every so often and shoot your ship to make sure everything's still connected after you're limping away from battle. Alright, so this decentralized power, it doesn't work as well as I thought. I thought it would focus, the AI would focus more attack on the massive group, but it looked like it spread it out fairly evenly, although it was harder to hit this because it was more spread out target, which is probably a good thing in the long run too. So I'm rethinking the way I do reactors. So this should be interesting. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I will do you cats later.